wanted to see whether or not the science, the actual hard science, the independent science, could prove that electrical devices that most people use and find a big convenience, such as cell phones and computers, if these are emitting enough of the electro pulses that can adversely affect the chromosomes in your biochemistry. There are right now over 41 separate studies in the scientific literature showing the answer is yes. And it goes yes to brain cancers, yes to skull cancers, yes to disrupting melatonin in being secreted, so you're not getting good recovery at night. So there's no question these are dangerous. This is the latest, and this is from Cardiff University. Quote, a Cardiff University study has found that children using screen-based media devices at bedtime have 200% risk of inadequate sleep duration compared to children without access to such a device. The study, which comprised a systematic review of 20 existing observational studies involving 125,198 children, also found that sleep quality and daytime sleepiness were affected to a similar magnitude. Dr. Ben Carter of Cardiff University School of Medicine said, quote, our study is the first to consolidate results across existing research and provides further proof of the detrimental effect of media devices on both sleep duration and quality. Sleep is often an undervalued but important part of children's development, with a regular lack of sleep causing a variety of health problems. And now with smartphones and tablets, and the problems of poor sleep are increasing. And by the way, 72% of children, 89% of adolescents have at least one device in their sleeping environment, and most are used near bedtime. So my suggestion for parents, take away all devices, unplug the computers, and give a time to where a child should go to bed. You're going to help the child. They may be angry with you and call protective services on you, but in the end, whatever you have to do to bring some discipline back into the house and some responsibility for the choices they make, instead of letting them do whatever they want, whenever they want, because they're just little precious cupcakes, aren't they? No, they're not. And it's time that we realize what happens when you have people who are not prepared to be adults. Then they're going to have children who are not prepared to be anything other than spoiled brats. And now you're going to give them cancer. You already got them disease. You got them obese. You got them diabetic with adult diabetes. You got them with arthritis and heart disease before the age of 10. Just hard to fathom how we have not focused upon the health and well-being of our children. And the moment they don't do what they're expected to do, you give them a label of ADHD, and you give them Ritalin. You give them a psychoactive drug. And then when they start committing suicide, and between 10 and 14-year-old boys, the number one cause of death is suicide. When I was growing up, no one ever committed suicide. Was that an anomaly? No, that was normal. But when you take normal behavior and you pathologize it, you're going to have negative consequences. So stop accepting that there is a brain chemical imbalance in your children that deserves a diagnosis and a drug. It does not. And stop believing that somehow you should be a best friend of your kid. That's not your purpose. It's to be a good parent. To give them the love, the guidance, and the structure and the discipline so that they appreciate the world they live in, respect other people, and don't start the process that makes them feel that they're entitled to their prejudice, they're entitled to bigotry, they're entitled to their indifference, they're entitled to their diversion. Because then you end up in the world we live in today. How's that working out for you? Not so good. So just remember, it starts as something as simple as saying, this are the rules, no cell phones. And their kids actually sleep with their cell phones on under their pillow. Well, those kids are going to end up with such a high degree of brain abnormalities, learning disabilities, brain cancers, skull cancers, jaw cancers. It'll be an epidemic within the next 10 years.